Hello, everybody. This is Derek Karp, the founder and chairman of CSA, and your host today for the symposium, Software Supply Chain Cybersecurity.
My name is Caleb Corey, and as Derek said, I'm a director with KPMG Cyber out of Austin, Texas, and I help lead our application security and security ops work nationally. So today, I'll share a few of the things we've observed, some of the maybe insights gained from clients along the way, and perhaps just more broadly the need for a secure software supply chain together with.
I'm going to focus on government, on the federal government primarily. And let me state up front, it's going to sound like I'm beating up on politicians and legislators, which is easy to do, but that's not really my intent. Legislators are typically reactive, and that's their job. So that's the way they look at life with respect to crafting legislation and creating new regulatory requirements.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit of the direction, and first, to the point earlier, it's pretty remarkable to have a presentation like this with experts like this, with an audience like you, where everyone is pretty much familiar with the basics of SBOM. And so we're not going to delve too much into this because I think that is sort of a real step in the progress of what we managed to do. And so I'm going to walk through, again, a super fast overview of why transparency, what it means, just a quick review of some of the basics around SBOM. As we go, I'm going to sort of pepper this with what makes transparency unique for the OT world, right? A lot of this has been driven by different parts of the ecosystem, including IT and open source. But OT actually has been one of the leaders here. We're going to talk a little bit about why we don't have this. What are some of the legitimate obstacles? And I also want to call out some of the less good obstacles.
Alan just did a great job explaining the challenges and where the whole transparency market is and standards are going. It was outstanding. And I'm going to highlight a few of those and sort of dig into them to bring them home to all of you who are in the OT space. And where the challenges and what we're going to do to address those, what we can do today and where we're going in the future.
So I'm gonna first I'd like to say that presentations thus far have been excellent, and I'm sort of taking the other side of the coin where I'm actually using a product to generate SBOMs and use VEC sort of in the real world. So my name is Eric Schweigert. I'm the principal network and systems engineer with Solar Digital, which is a part of Solar Turbines.
My name is Jonathan Danbach. I'm a partner in the cyber practice at KPMG. I lead our third-party security solutions globally, and I work really closely with leaders like Brad and others in the firm on thinking about our frameworks for supply chain security. So this is really an excellent topic today. I'm going to ask everybody to introduce themselves, and in doing so, maybe just a little bit about yourself, and a little known fact. And that's a good way for everybody to get to know us. So my little known fact, and it's actually not about me. Now that we just saw the Final Four and what an amazing basketball series we had here for March Madness, I thought I would mention my father was the MVP of the NCAA tournament in 1950. And the #1 draft choice of the Knicks that year. So it's a long time ago, a little older than my mother, but that's a little known fact. People look at me and go, "What happened, Jonathan?" I played till sophomore year. It was his last hope, and that was it. But it is great to be here. Rod, I'm wondering if you can introduce yourself, maybe a little known fact, and then we'll go around the board here.
Yeah, no, a pleasure. Really thrilled to join the panel. I concur with you, Jonathan. I think all the sessions that preceded us were outstanding, and I think lots of good insights, and hopefully we can wrap things up nicely. I have the pleasure of being the CEO of Adolis and work day to day with Eric also on the panel, and was thrilled to be a sponsor today alongside with KPMG. I guess a little known fact is I played very competitive high level rugby as a kid, and if I wasn't doing CEO job full time, I would be hopefully involved in rugby in some way, shape, or form, and that's really my passion. So that's maybe a little known fact, but maybe gives us an idea of where the competitiveness comes from. So pleasure to be on the panel.
Brian, I love it. You probably have some good rugby stories that we will have to tell at some other point here. And it's a great sport. Brad, I wonder if you can introduce yourself as well.
Yeah, sure. Brad Rayford, a director with KPMG in our cybersecurity services. I currently lead for the US our IoT and OT cyber services. So I have the great honor of developing what is it we're going to do when we think about securing OT and IoT, but also working across our firm and across our partnerships and alliances to figure out what's coming next. Right? What are the next big waves that we need to address? What are the trends we need to get on? Little known fact, gosh, my life is such an open book, so anybody who's been to a symposium or one of the CSA events probably knows quite a bit about my life. I was, two-part fact. One, I spent most of my youth in Saudi Arabia. My dad worked for Aramco, so we lived overseas. And during my time in Saudi Arabia, I was chased by a baboon and bitten by a monkey. Two different incidents, but they happened during the same time span of living in Saudi Arabia. So me and animals don't mix very well.
Take care, be well, everyone, and we'll see you at an event in the near future.